Months after the Nigerian Communication Commission signed a memorandum of understanding to facilitate the deployment of the fifth-generation network in the country, the federal government approved the national policy. The Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Issa Pantami, said this after this week's federal executive meeting on Wednesday. According to him, the policy discusses the benefits that will be attained through the deployment of 5G, among which is the fact that it will open many opportunities in different aspects of the economy. 5G is the fifth generation of wireless communications technologies, which experts say will be about 100 times faster than the current 4G networks. Well, joining us now in the studio is Ojikutu Adeni, the president of Computer and Allied Products Dealers Association of Nigeria. Thank you for speaking to us on Africa Tech.
Thank you for having me.
Well, let's begin with understanding the pros of the 5G, of those recently approved policy. You know, what opportunities abound if we switch to this technology?
Okay, thank you. Basically, let's start from the breaking it down of what the fifth generation telecom network is. There was 1G. People might not remember when we were in 1G. Maybe there was no mobile telecommunication system in Nigeria then in the early 70s and 80s. We went to the 2G generation. That was when we're using the blue screen phones. We went on to send messages and pictures, just like a cartoon-like pictures. The 3G had better features than the 2G, while the 2 had better than 1G. And we are right now in the long-term evolution, that's era, which is the 4G, that's LTE. And that is, we could do video calls on WhatsApp, on all the networks, and that is an advantage. Now we're moving to 5G. A lot of things have, a lot of, what do we call, the conspiracy theorists. Okay. They had a lot of things, most especially during the COVID. Okay, 5G is just an expansion of the bandwidth frequency, and basically, it is just an advancement from what we used to have. So what are the pros? What are the advantages? It's enormous. But let me just break it down because of time. 5G will increase the speed at which we communicate. The time at which you press channelstv.com and it will respond. If it responds in 30 seconds, it will go to microseconds. Less than a second probably, and that is 100 times most of the time what we'll be experiencing in terms of speed capacity will increase. There are different areas whereby 5G is going to work and is going to be of benefit to us, and some of it are in telemedicine. That is to say that instead of people to leave their own domain to go to other countries for surgery, you can talk to an expert, or an expert can conduct a medical surgery via
the device.
Via the gadgets, either teleconferencing or through the telemedicine equipment, whereby he will be in his office in New York or John Hopkins Hospital in the US, and an operation will be conducted in any remote area in Africa or in Asia. Or a professor in Africa can solve a problem, medical problem, for a patient in developed world. It depends on where the knowledge lies. What this will say is that is just in telemedicine. When it comes to the 5G advantage of vehicles, is going to be, you now see, driverless cars.
I think we've already started seeing that,
and
in
that
trials.
will be as effective as you have a human being driving. In terms of robots, in terms of data management, 5G is just an improvement from what we're experiencing to a faster, more intense, machine knowledge, more intense cloud computing, more intense gaming. For people that are looking for money, this generation is a generation of games. Now, you will not need to buy an equipment of 1 point something million naira, for instance.
Just do it online.
Like $2,000, $3,000 equipment. That is the Alienwares, the equipment. To say, okay, I want to play a game, or to buy, a PlayStation, for instance, from your local, maybe a Pentium 3 or Pentium 4 or a Core i3 laptop that is not a gaming laptop. For the fact that you have a 5G device, 5G connectivity, what that would do for you is that you can go on a website, a gaming website, and you will have equal experience with someone that has bought a $4,000 or $5,000 device, or
so
laptop,
you've mentioned, a lot of benefits. Now, are you saying, things that have benefits would definitely have some, disadvantages to that? Are you saying there's no, disadvantage to it? And you also mentioned, earlier, because there's been some skepticism from Nigerians, on the 5G network, with a lot of unproven theories going all around on social media. Tell us, are there any known disadvantages to this technology?
Definitely, there are. Number one, costs. It's going to be more costly, because when you talk of the infrastructure that are going to be deployed, the 4G network will not work for the 5G. There might be increase in patches and wavelengths, and but most of it will be replaced network infrastructure, and this is going to come at cost to the service providers, and more so the equipment that people are going to use. Most people, they cannot upgrade. They will not be able to upgrade to 5G. So you need to change your gadget, your phones, to something that will have a 5G.
Right.
So people that have gotten their own phone less than a year, maybe from 2020, some of them they have a 5G capabilities. So their processors will be able to still work on a 5G network. So, but for people that has maybe 7 years old,
would have to upgrade their
you have
devices.
to upgrade, and it will be costly for you, definitely.
All right. I wish there was more time to explore all of this. But thank you so much, Mr. Ojikutu Adeniyi. Thank you for joining us on
Thank you
Africa
for
Tech.
having me. It's always my pleasure to be here. Thank you.